everyone, I'm Meg Oliver in New York, and welcome to this edition of Money Matters. Now that Thanksgiving is over, many are preparing for the rest of the holidays, and some are already looking ahead to 2010 and setting goals. My next guest calls it goal achievement. With more on how to reach your goals in the coming year is entrepreneur and author of the book, You Can Still Win, Andre Taylor. Welcome back to the show, Andre.
Meg, my pleasure to be here.
So how important is it to start setting goals now for next year?
Well, the success of this economy and the success of your personal economy is 100% tied to the kinds of goals you have. It is very important, and I think everyone should be thinking ahead, thinking about the kinds of things they want to accomplish, and really moving forward assertively toward them.
Okay, so what should these goals actually be based on? Work, our personal lives? Narrow it down for us.
Well, I think it's important that we have goals in every area of our life. I mean, it's not just our career, and it's not just our financial concerns, but we should have community goals, family goals, spiritual goals, fitness goals. The idea is to really look at goals in a comprehensive way and say, look, this is a way that I can actually improve my life by taking hold of it.
And so tell me about goal achievement. What's the idea behind this?
The number one issue here is choice. We have a choice about what we want to move toward. And when we set goals, we're actually deciding that we want to move toward things that are positive and that are important to us. We want to put the light on the things that are important to us.
Andre, you've got some really good tips on how to make this happen. So let's go over some of those. First off, you say aim high, then narrow your focus. Walk us through this.
Well, the key here, Meg, is we want to think big and we want to think broad. We don't want to put limits on what we can accomplish. At the same time, we want to really think about this in a comprehensive way. And we want to really kind of stir ourselves up and get excited about the idea of what can be accomplished. Then we want to slowly narrow those things down to a more focused approach. And as we think bigger, we're much more able to accomplish things that are actually smaller.
Okay, so now that you're getting excited and you're getting inspired, your second tip is define, document, and deadline. Is this making a step-by-step plan?
It is. Successful people, just like successful companies, communities, organizations, all have plans. So we must put together a plan to achieve our goals. And one of the most important things for us is to write them down. Many people have aspirations, but they don't write them down. When we write them down, they become much more rock solid, much more meaningful to us, and it becomes much easier for us to accomplish them.
And how often should you go back and look at that and what you've written down?
Well, that's a great question, because many people write down goals and actually don't look at them for some time. I believe you should really make this sort of a working document. I think you should look at them, if you can, every day. I actually look at my goals twice a day, and I don't think that that's unusual. People who are at the height of their achievement are very focused on their goals.
Okay, next up, align your mindset and activity. What does that mean?
Well, this is about making sure that what we do day to day is in sync with what we want to accomplish. It is very easy to say we want to accomplish something, yet not take the steps necessary to do what is required. By aligning our mindset, we're actually deciding that we're going to expect that we can achieve our goals. People who achieve their goals have a level of expectation that is actually somewhat foreign to people who don't achieve their goals.
All right, I think that takes us into your next tip pretty well, and that is immerse yourself in action, measure and refine often. Explain this.
Well, it's important always to ask yourself, what am I participating in? Am I participating in activities that are leading me closer to my goals or pushing me farther away? Am I depressed? Am I worried? Am I concerned? Or am I actually getting up and making that phone call, writing that letter, going to that meeting, going to network? Am I doing the things that are actually going to lead to success? That's what that's about.
And I take it just patting yourself on the back for if you are depressed and sitting on the couch because you've been looking for a job, let's say for the last year, maybe just give yourself some credit for taking the first step.
Absolutely. I think one of the keys about being successful is to be able to look at yourself and look at the successes you've had. Many of us are very hard on ourselves because for whatever reason our goal has not been accomplished, when in fact we have done a lot to get toward those goals. So you're absolutely right, Meg. We have to look at ourselves and realize that we've actually made progress, even if it doesn't seem that way.
Now, Andre, your final tip is associate with goal achievers. Are you suggesting we team up with others? I take it networking here?
I think it's important to have a buddy. It's just like going to the gym. If you go with someone, you're going to be much more likely to be motivated every day. But not only that, I think in every area of your life, you want to associate with successful people. You want to go to great events. You want to read great books about successful people. You want to watch Money Matters. You want to associate with people who are accomplishing things in their life, because that will stir up that idea inside of you.
Okay, now we hear about this every year come January 1st. There are a lot of us out there who set these big goals for the new year, but then they kind of fall off after a month or two. What kind of advice do you have for those who sometimes just give up on their goals?
Well, I think we hit on it earlier that goal achievement and goal setting is really not just an action, it's a lifestyle. And we must get to the point where we are actually living our goals on a day-to-day basis, that we're working toward them, that we're thinking positively about them, that we're modifying them. This is the idea behind really successful goal achievement.
All right, write them down, look at them twice a day, like you do, right?
Exactly.
All right, Andre Taylor, entrepreneur extraordinaire and author of the book, You Can Still Win. Thanks for joining us. Have a great holiday season. Now let's check out the tech headlines. More shoppers seem to be dialing up holiday savings. There was a surge of mobile shopping on Black Friday, with people using smartphones to do everything from finding store locations to researching prices to buying gifts. Retailers are making it easier to shop by phone, and consumers are taking notice. Nearly 20% of Americans say they'll use their mobile device for shopping this holiday season. The number is more than double that for shoppers' ages. Book lovers hoping to get their hands on Barnes & Noble's Nook are going to have to wait a little longer. The electronic book reader was supposed to be in some stores today, but now the bookseller says the device won't arrive until next Monday. That's because the chain is focusing on filling pre-orders first. Barnes & Noble wants to ensure customers who ordered before November 20th to get their Nook for Christmas. Anyone who ordered after that date won't receive the device until the week of January 4th. Sony's PlayStation may be more powerful than you think. The Air Force is reportedly planning to buy 2,200 PS3s, and not to play the new Call of Duty. They will be used to expand an existing supercomputer run by the console. The military is actually using the PS3 because it's cheaper than others. The perfect gadget for people who can't stand it when their coffee gets cold, the Whirlwind Warmer Cup keeps your beverage at a comfortable 104 degrees. It can also store your drink at the push of a button. The cup runs on a rechargeable battery and can be plugged into an AC outlet or a computer. The cup costs $37 and is available online at a usb.brando.com. It begins shipping in the next couple weeks. For more on all these stories and all your tech headlines, check out the technology page of abcnews.com. That's all the Money Matters for now. I'm Meg Oliver in New York. Thanks for watching.